the Israeli military, or excuse me, after the Israeli military spokesman told the public here that an attack was imminent, and before the attack actually got underway, there was a shooting in the Jaffa area that's south of downtown Tel Aviv. And Israeli police are saying at least 4 civilians were killed by at least 2 gunmen who appear to have opened fire on the light rail in southern Tel Aviv. Now, U.S. officials are saying the overall death toll may be higher still, maybe closer to 8 or 9. But while it appears, according to the Israeli military, that no one was killed as a result of these Iranian missile attacks, it appears that there are at least 4 people killed in this shooting attack. It looks, according to some of the images we're starting to see, like one of the gunmen was armed with some kind of semi-automatic rifle, appears to have opened fire on one of these light rail trains and then continued shooting on the platform after disembarking. Israeli police are saying both of the suspects are dead. There are a number of wounded people. Their conditions are unclear. So while it may be that Israel has got through this night without anyone killed as a result of these Iranian missiles, it is not the case that no one has died a violent death in Israel tonight. And it just goes to show you, Lester, just the unbelievably heightened tensions all across the Middle East. We do not know the motivation of these shooters at this point, but it is hard to believe that it is totally unrelated to the massive loss of life that we have been seeing all across the region these last 11 months.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media. Good day. We are coming on the air with breaking news from the Middle East. NBC News has just confirmed that Iran launched a ballistic missile attack against Israel that began moments ago. Those missiles heading directly toward Israel right now, anticipated to reach its territory in just a matter of minutes. These are live pictures of Tel Aviv, where in the last few moments we heard sirens wailing throughout the city, air raid sirens. The U.S. Embassy in Israel is directing all U.S. government employees and their families to take shelter and prepare to enter bomb shelters. U.S. officials say that Iran is expected to target military and government sites in Israel and not civilians. This attack comes less than 24 hours after Israel began what it's calling a limited ground operation inside southern Lebanon. They say their goal is to target the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah. Israel killed the leader of that terror organization, which is closely linked to Iran, on Friday. Let's go now to NBC News International correspondent Raf Sanchez in northern Israel on the Lebanese border. What are you seeing and hearing from there, Raf?
Lester, in just the last couple of minutes, smartphones all across Israel have vibrated with a stark message from the Israeli military. Iran has launched missiles towards Israel. U.S. officials warned earlier that Iran was preparing a ballistic missile attack. That is significant because it takes just 12 minutes for ballistic missiles fired from Iran to reach Israel. At this point, we are not yet seeing any sign. Oh, Lester, in just as I speak to you, we are seeing air defenses fired off in northern Israel. It is unclear if they are intercepting those Iranian missiles or if this is rocket fire heading from Lebanon. Lester, the sirens are not going.
Okay, we heard the sirens a moment ago. We're seeing with these apparent missiles or rockets now in the air approaching or seem to be going over the heart of Tel Aviv. Are you hearing the telltale sound of the Iron Dome intercepting any of these missiles, Raf?
Lester, if you can hear me, we all the way up on the Israeli border with Lebanon are seeing flashes in the skies up here. It is not clear at this point if these are Israeli Iron Dome interceptors or if these are the Iranian missiles that the Israeli military has warned are on their way to this country. We are seeing several streaks of light through the sky up here. We are just a couple of hundred meters from the Lebanese border. Now, Lester, we are not hearing sirens right now, but I think it is possible that they may go off any second, in which case our crew will move to the safety of the shelter down here. But Lester, this is snapping Israelis back to that moment in April when Iran fired 300 missiles, drones, ballistic missiles, cruise missiles towards Israel. That barrage was intercepted by a combination of Israeli air power, but also American military forces across the Middle East, who were able to shoot down the vast majority of those missiles. And people across Israel tonight will be wondering if the same can be done again. Lester, I can tell you at this moment, the skies above us are lighting up. We are seeing Israeli Iron Dome interceptors, and they appear to be shooting down some of these missiles as they streak over the skies of northern Israel in many, many directions at once, Lester. We are seeing the streaking lights of what we do believe to be these Iranian ballistic missiles potentially fired just 10 minutes ago from Iran, crossing a distance of thousands of miles and now illuminating the skies of northern Israel. And we are seeing the smaller streaks of light as these Iron Dome interceptors are going through. Lester, I can say we are seeing some of these missiles, they are either falling apart, a sign that they have been intercepted, or they are making their way down towards the ground here in northern Israel. It is just a light show unlike anything I have seen before. Lester, a really tense situation here right now.
All right, let me just reset for the viewers. What we're seeing now, the missiles, interceptors, rockets. We're not sure what these particular vehicles are. This is a view from cameras in Tel Aviv right now. You can see some of the impacts. Typically what happens, the Iron Dome explodes, destroys the incoming missile, but those pieces still come down and they can be lethal. As we watch this view again over Tel Aviv, you see what appear to be impacts now on the ground. Flashes on the ground indicating that some of these are reaching targets, whether the intended target or not. Reaching some sort of a target. While we look at this picture, I want to go to Richard here sort of it now. Let's go to Richard Engel now. He's in Tyre in southern Lebanon. What are you seeing there?
Well, there is a lot of activity in the sky here as well. I think you can see some of these flashes of light. We are obviously in Lebanon. We are not inside Israel, but we are in southern Lebanon, very close to the Israeli border, not very far from where Raf is right now. And it appears to be a counter campaign to either stop Hezbollah firing or to stop the incoming Iranian missiles. What we are seeing here is something that is completely unusual in Lebanon, unusual in this conflict. I would say that this is part of a coordinated response to try and stop the Iranian missiles from flying into northern Israel, and also to try and shut down Hezbollah at the same time. So what I think we're seeing on both sides of the border right now is a response. Air defense systems in action to stop the Iranian incoming fire and to stop Hezbollah. So this is a massive campaign, a massive amount of air defenses. Lester, what Iran has just done in the last few minutes is an extraordinarily risky move. Many people believe that Iran felt that it had no choice but to launch ballistic missiles or to launch some sort of attack against Israel, because Iran has been in such a weak position recently. Iran projects power through its proxies. Iran's main proxies are Hamas in Gaza. Hamas in Gaza has been effectively dismantled, its military capacity destroyed. It is still launching a guerrilla campaign against Israeli soldiers. The cost to the people of Gaza has been tremendous. And its other main proxy, its much bigger, more powerful proxy, is here in Lebanon, Hezbollah, and it is being systematically dismantled by Israel. So Iran, many people said, while losing its proxies one after another, felt that it had to react. Otherwise, its other proxies, and it still has backers in Syria, in Iraq, and in Yemen, would think that Iran is a paper tiger, that its threats don't mean anything. But what we're seeing in Israel and in Lebanon is that at this stage it seems that there has been a massive response, air defense response on both sides of the border to shut down Hezbollah, shut down that Iranian attack. We will see, perhaps in the coming minutes, if any of those ballistic missiles got through this incredible net and caused damage. But Richard, most people aren't necessarily familiar with ballistic missiles. Each one is about the size of a passenger bus.
All right, Richard, stand by there because I want to get a sense of what we're looking at now. We're seeing a picture on our screen from Tel Aviv. You are just over in Lebanon right now. Can you tell me, presumably the inbound missiles are coming from Iran. Are there Hezbollah missiles being fired from where you are?
From where I am, we have mostly been seeing interceptions, high-level explosions, high-level interceptions. We have not heard any launches from this city. We were in southern Lebanon. This is the area that Israel is now trying to create as a buffer zone. This is the area where Israeli ground offensive is underway, somewhat closer to the Israeli border than we are right now. But this is the Hezbollah stronghold that Israel is trying to dismantle. But from where we are, no, we have not heard any Hezbollah rocket or missile fire leaving from this area. Just these explosions at quite a high altitude, so high that we couldn't hear the impacts, couldn't hear the explosions, but we saw them exploding quite high above us, which is why I believe that this was a very sophisticated weapon system in action to try and stop both the Iranian system or Iranian missiles and anything else that may have been coming toward Israel from Lebanon.
All right, Richard, we're going to ask you to stand by. Let me go back to Raf Sanchez. Raf, explain where you are. You're still seeing that light show that you described earlier?
So, Lester, we are just south of the Lebanese border, and I can tell you the skies are once again inky black. We are no longer seeing either what we suspect were those Iranian missiles, nor Israeli Iron Dome interceptors in the skies. It did look from where we were that some of those missiles potentially either impacted in northern Israel or they intercepted and broke apart quite close to the ground. But at this time, the skies are dark. We're not seeing any sign of these missiles. As we said, ballistic missiles, 12 minutes or so, fired from Iran to Israel. We certainly know that Israel's air defenses were in action right now. What we do not know at this point is whether Israeli, American, British, potentially Arab fighter jets across the Middle East had time in that short window to take down any of those incoming ballistic missiles. It is very possible that the lights we saw streaking across the sky were just a fraction of what could have been a much, much larger barrage. I want to tell you, Lester, our colleagues who are in Israel and other parts of, who are in Tel Aviv and other parts of central Israel are telling us that they heard loud explosions where they were. Again, it's not clear if that is a sign of missiles impacting or if that was Iron Dome interceptions happening overhead. I'm looking down at my phone. At this point, we don't have anything official about casualties or impacts from the Israeli military, but I can tell you they gave us just a one-line statement saying sirens sounded all across Israel. You were seeing on your screen the Dome of the Rock in the Old City in Jerusalem, the third holiest site in Islam at the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the holiest site for Jews, the Temple Mount, and it appears that the sky is not just over northern Israel, not just over Tel Aviv, but over the holy city of Jerusalem, also earlier filled with missiles as those Iranian projectiles came from the east. So we are waiting at this point to see if there are any reports of injuries, of casualties, of fatalities. But Lester, we are able to cast ahead that the last time this happened in April, it caused minimal damage in Israel, and Israel responded with a very, very small, almost surgical strike against Iran. How Israel decides to respond tonight will be dependent on the scale of the damage caused by these Iranian missiles, something that at this point we are just not able to assess. Lester?
And Raph, so I'm correct, the understanding is that the U.S. was the first to notify Israel of this likely attack tonight.
Yes, that's right, Lester. So the first that Israeli citizens heard of this was the chief spokesman of the Israeli military going up on national television and telling the Israeli public that U.S. intelligence agencies had passed information to their Israeli counterparts that an Iranian missile attack was imminent. Of course, Israel and the United States, military partners, diplomatic partners, but also intelligence partners. There is an enormous flow of information back and forth between the two. And it does appear in this instance it was the United States that first detected this movement inside Iran, indicating an imminent ballistic missile strike. And again, Lester, it does appear that American intelligence was accurate. This was not, as far as we know, a strike involving drones or cruise missiles, which could take hours to reach Israel. This was ballistic missiles. There was just a couple of minutes in between the launch in Iran to them arriving. Lester, I am seeing what appears to be another Iron Dome interceptor in the sky. Apart from that, the skies are quiet. We are not hearing sirens. What is interesting, Lester, in this position, it looks like over Tel Aviv there are more interceptors in action. Now, that could be an indication of a second wave of Iranian missiles, or it could be just some that were further on behind. I can tell you, Lester, from where we are, just a couple of hundred meters from the Lebanese border, we have been hearing outgoing Israeli artillery rounds all evening as Israel fires into southern Lebanon at Hezbollah positions. Those have gone totally silent in the last hour or so, an indication that they seem to have paused those artillery strikes as they brace. Lester, we are once again seeing the skies lighting up now. Many what appear to be these missiles streaking on a straight trajectory towards the southern central section of Israel. And we are seeing the Iron Dome, which fires in a kind of cobra arc, streaking up to intercept them. We are seeing more missiles at this time, Lester.
Yeah, Raph, first of all, and I think you know this, go to shelter if you feel you need to at any point as we watch. We were looking at the other camera from Tel Aviv. We saw a limited number of projectiles there moving the screen, and now we see more here. The sirens are going off. I don't know if they're going off where you are or if we're hearing this from our camera in Tel Aviv. But nonetheless, there appears to be a second round here with the Iron Dome rockets trying to engage. We should go back a year, October 7th, that attack staged from Gaza into Israel. There were simply so many rockets, it overwhelmed the Iron Dome projectiles. You saw one blow up right there in flight, but as you note, we note that these something still comes down. These projectiles are very heavy. I've seen it for myself. A lot of shrapnel hits the ground. You see the explosions in the skies. Those would indicate, suggest that those are Iron Dome explosions. And when you hear it, you usually hear a boom and then a boom boom as they are taken out and continue to fall as debris to the ground below. People in Israel have been bracing for this. Again, as Raph has been reporting, the U.S. Intelligence was the first to detect the likely and anticipated launch, notified Israel, and made comments to the press as well that this was likely to occur. A retaliatory attack on a scale that appears to be considerably larger than one we saw in April in retaliation for an Israeli strike on the Iranian consulate in Damascus, Syria. This again appears to be two separate barrages. You see now a single weapon going up there, another one coming beneath it. Again, this could be an attempt to overwhelm the defenses of of Israel. In this case, we were told that they would have fighter jets as well that were able to intercept some of these, but it's a fairly short flight time, about 12 minutes from launching pads in Iran to Israel. So not a lot of time to respond here. But second wave, we're no longer hearing the sirens on the ground, but clearly there's still some activity. Richard Engel is inside Lebanon with a different view for us. Tell us what you're seeing and hearing, Richard.
Well, we are in southern Lebanon, and there is definitely a second wave. We are still seeing it here. And I think based on the reporting that I'm doing, the reporting that Raf is doing just on the opposite side of the border, we're getting a sense of the flight pattern. It seems that some of these ballistic missiles heading toward Israel are going through Lebanese airspace and are being intercepted above Lebanon. So if you watch, we're seeing these high altitude explosions. One just looked up over the, if you miss them, they're very quick. They look like starbursts as the rockets or missiles streak through the sky and then are being intercepted. This second wave, I would say, was as intense as the first wave. They were separated by only a few minutes. This second wave appears to be dying down right now. We'll know much more when we're able to look at the satellite imagery. But based on what we're seeing with our own eyes, what Raf is seeing just on the opposite side of the border, what our cameras are capturing, you can get a sense of the direction that these missiles are flying and how many there are. If these are all indeed ballistic missiles, this is a much greater attack than we saw in April, a much larger scale. But so far, it seems that the U.S., Israeli, whoever else might be involved in defending the skies over these two countries seem to be very effective, because for almost every streak that we see coming in one direction, there is another air defense system penetrating it and blowing it up. Lester, these are extraordinary times, and I can't stress that there could be enormous consequences for Iran, enormous consequences for the entire region based on what is happening here, even if these missiles don't get through and cause significant damage in Israel. You can see another one burning and streaking through the sky right there.
Yeah, some being intercepted, perhaps Iron Dome, perhaps by weapons from fighter aircraft. We'll know at some point. I should point out that the first
Iron Dome here.
Yeah, of course. And Richard, and I know you have this, and many people who are in Israel have an app on their phones to alert. And I got a couple here. It simply says rocket attack Tel Aviv city center. We got that before that initial wave, and then the sirens went off. But this is a country, of course, that is always on edge to a certain extent for the threats from its neighbors, and in this case, people brace for this retaliatory attack, again coming in multiple waves tonight and far larger than what we witnessed in April. I want to go to our Pentagon correspondent, Courtney Cuban. Courtney, as we pointed out, the U.S. was aware, intelligence had pointed to the fact there would be an attack tonight. Why did the U.S. want to go out and release that ahead of this?
So it could have been as a potential deterrent. We've seen the U.S. do that in the past, where they put out intelligence, they'll declassify it so that they can potentially deter an action coming. We specifically saw that in Ukraine. Well, it doesn't appear, if that was the motivation here, Lester, it doesn't appear that that's worked. What the U.S. was expecting to see, and I will say, according to conversations that we've been having over the last several hours, this is playing out very similarly to how officials have told us they were expecting it to be. So several hundred ballistic missiles appear to have been launched at Israel. What we've been told all along is the expectation is it would be government and military targets as opposed to civilian facilities or civilian areas. Now, that being said, as you well know, Lester, targeting anything inside Israel always has the potential for some sort of a civilian repercussion. Not only the potential dangers that if something is intercepted, that there could that shrapnel and large pieces could fall on civilians below, but just that the targeting isn't always perfect. Now, we have seen these ballistic missile launches. The U.S. and Israelis and other potential partners in the region have been preparing for this. And in fact, we've talked a lot about April here and the Iranian attack on Israel in April. That was more
House official that we were given earlier.
Foreign policy will now be in focus, and the crisis in the Middle East specifically. Former President Donald Trump already out with a statement saying, quote, "The world is on fire and spiraling out of control. We have no leadership, no one running the country." That will clearly be a theme that we will hear from Senator J.D. Vance on the debate stage tonight when both candidates are pressed on what they would do in an administration to deal with what is unfolding right now. Here's
Israel's killing of the Hamas leader Ismail.
The Israeli military spokesman, he is saying that there have been sirens going off.
Iron Dome were jointly developed with U.S. technology. But more importantly, U.S. fighter jets are in the air. U.S. Aegis destroyers and cruisers are activated tonight to knock out ballistic missiles, drones, and cruise missiles. And U.S. Patriot missile batteries, anti-missile batteries, are also activated undoubtedly across Iraq, Syria, Jordan, and other places in the Arabian Gulf to ensure that Israel and our allies and our bases and our troops are protected from this Iranian onslaught. I'm just going to say here, on the eve of the Jewish high holidays, with our ally under attack, with the United States having been attacked ourselves, our bases, our troops, we lost 3 troops earlier in the year from an Iranian attack. This is a big moment of consequence, and I know that the United States will not only support our ally, but will continue to provide intelligence, will continue to provide warning, will continue to provide capability, air defenses, missile defense.
Richard, we've been watching these attacks coming presumably from Iran. Have you seen anything outbound from Lebanon that could be indication that Hezbollah has joined this immediate fight?
It is very possible. We haven't seen any launches from this area where we are specifically. Most of the interceptions we've seen have been at very high altitude, suggesting a ballistic missile. The reason the ballistic missile is called a ballistic missile is it flies at extraordinarily high altitudes and then follows a ballistic pattern and falls to the sky. Generally, the rockets, and some missiles, but mostly the rockets that Hezbollah fires are much flatter, they're much lower, they're much smaller. If a rocket might be the size of a flagpole, a ballistic missile roughly the size of a passenger bus. Much more explosive power, and what we saw tonight appears to have been many ballistic missiles in 2 distinct waves. Unclear how much of that, if any of that, was coming from Lebanese territory, certainly coming through Lebanese territory, but it would not be surprising at all if Hezbollah was also involved in this, because the attack was carried out in the name of the slain Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah, in the name of the assassinated Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh, and also in the name of a Iranian Revolutionary Guard commander. So Iran said that its attacks were to protect its reputation and protect its proxies, its allies, partly to show its credibility. Now, how much of a price will it pay for this show of force?
All right, Richard, we continue to scan the skies. We've seen 2 waves of attacks. We don't know that this is over, and no one does right now in Israel, in a night in which they have seen a large-scale attack by Iranian forces coming in the form of ballistic missiles. As Richard described, these are heftier, larger, more lethal missiles, and perhaps some rockets. You see some of the blasts in the air that would indicate these particular weapons have been intercepted, but still coming down in pieces across many areas. It's hard to get a sense of the distance here, or where these rockets are being intercepted from, whether these are landing on heavily populated areas. It is simply too soon to know. But I want to go back to Raf Sanchez, who has been with us since these projectiles started raining from the sky quite a while ago now. Raf?
Lester, time becomes a slippery thing in moments like this, but I would say it has been about 20 minutes or so now since we were able to see any sign of Iranian ballistic missiles from our position in northern Israel. Speaking to colleagues who are in central Israel, in Tel Aviv, it does appear quiet there as well. But if there were 2 waves, there could be a 3rd wave. I've just been texting with an Israeli military official. I asked, does it look like
Lebanon?
Had shrapnel falling to the ground, 2 people lightly injured in Tel Aviv. They're also saying there were a number of minor injuries where people fell or hurt themselves in the process of running to the shelters. But Israel's emergency services at this point are saying no reports of fatalities and no reports of injuries as a direct result of missile impacts. Now, if that remains the case, it is almost miraculous feeling, just given the extent of the missile fire, those deadly shooting stars we saw streaking through the night sky here minute after minute. But the initial report at this time is no fatalities caused as a result of these missiles, and that will be a major, major factor as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the leadership of this country decide how to respond to this second large-scale Iranian missile attack in just 6 months. Lester.
Okay, Raph, thank you. Let me go to our Pentagon correspondent. I'm sorry, Raph, you hearing something here?
Lester, we heard an explosion. There has been outgoing artillery fire from around here. That did not sound like it. That seemed like an interception. I didn't see anything. I'm looking at my crew here. Neither of them are seeing anything either. Again, we're just about 2 miles from the Lebanese border, so it is possible in these extraordinary days we are seeing here in the Middle East that that explosion you just heard may have nothing to do with the Iranian ballistic missile attack.
Started to expand. If you want,
That it is totally unrelated.
Buffers out.
From Iran, but what we can tell you, as we reported earlier, the president and the vice president were in the situation room as of just a short time ago, monitoring these developments.
Will be making the case tonight for each of the candidates at the top of the
Today's adventure brings me to Colonial Drive, Highway 50 in Oakland, Florida, where a home right across the street from this very busy thoroughfare sits empty for just about 2 decades, a little over 2 decades. I believe after the very famous residents moved out. Well, I don't want to use the word famous, maybe infamous residents moved out, even though they really weren't just relations to someone who was moved out in September of the year 2001. So it's been 21 and a half, if my math is correct, since they lived in there. I believe someone else took over the property. And from what I can tell now, nothing is happening back in there. And I've driven past this many, many times, and I'm noticing it's completely accessible. So I'm going to just walk over there and see if I can just take a peek what lies behind that wall. Welcome, everyone. Alan Wu here as the recording of this Sunday, January 8th, 2023. As you can see, this pretty much just walk right up here, too. There's no fence here. There's a fence over here, but there's no fence here. I'm just going to walk along the edge and just see what I can see. See one sign, which is just a construction crew sign. It's probably for down the ways a little bit. But I'm not seeing any signage. Rumor was this place was for sale for a long time, but I'm not seeing any for sale signs. I'm not seeing any keep out signs. I'm not seeing stay off the premises signs. Obviously, there's nothing saying come on in. There's also nothing out here deterring anyone from walking in. With all of my adventures, I'm inviting you to join me on this. It's a place I want to check out for a long time. So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. But I also want to show the condition of the front here, and then also just kind of see if there's anything inside peeking in Daniel Alert said it's still for sale, or it's going to be bulldozed. Rumor was a couple of years ago, as I was saying. Join me. Shall you? This is the condition of the front right now. There's a tire down here. Not only the tire, but you can see that it looks like a truck just kind of plowed this down, just bulldozed this down in every way, shape, or form. You see some cinder blocks over here. Evidently a car veered off, plowed this down, or they just took it down on their own accord. You see there used to be some sort of like a gate hinge there leading onto the property. And I'm looking at some satellite views, and I thought that there was a pathway that went here through the woods, but that would appear. But this is the turn off here that basically just goes through the shrubs. And the a little backstory on this. The family of the Bin Ladens lived here. Not the Bin Laden you're thinking of, his brother. I guess he had an incredible amount of siblings, brothers and sisters. And one of them lived here with his family up until the event, obviously, of 2001. September of that year. And, you know, fearing for his safety, hightailed it out of here.
4 days before.
Left the country because, you know, people would probably react to him as if they were reacting to his brother. And the black people family, obviously, in more ways than one. An evil man. All right, I don't really know where I'm going. In all honesty, this is completely grown over. Wow. I guess I'm going to go this way. No one has been on this property in a while. Look at this. So there's the other side of the fence, right over there. Anyone could just stroll through there. And it looks like, gosh, I'm not the only one here. Look at this. Pathway's been worn out. A lot of people have walked down this. I'm just pretty much doing this to just out of curiosity, but I also want to document this, I guess you could say, for posterity. Because what will happen is, as I said, there's a lot of rumors around town, and people have different opinions. The locals, whether they want an apartment complex to go in here. Now it is said they want to build a multi-apartment complex, possibly high-rises, but definitely hundreds, if not countless hundreds, of apartments scattered all through here. And the locals don't want that, but the person who did possibly own this, it's gone through so many different owners' hands. I don't even know who owns this now. But if apartments end up here, everything that's back here will be torn down, completely bulldozed. And I want to see if the house is even salvageable in the condition of what it looks like. So I'm going to check that out. Also, kind of been filming all this on the way in. I'm not really seeing any signs, any for sale signs or any other signs. Saying what's going on with this place. This is the driveway. Evidently they owned a lot of horses. My feet are crackling underneath these acorns that are down here. They had a lot of horses out here. There's a boat that's seen better. I haven't done a video like this in a long time. This isn't usually my forte anymore. But there's a lot of history here. And something that you just kind of want to see. Always want to see it with my own eyes. Fascinating property. Beautiful trees. Local apartments do come into here. They don't tear all these trees off. Here's the lake over here. Lakefront property. Yeah, safe to say no one's driven down this in ages. You see they've already torn something down here. Wow, this is really something. The downed limbs, but this is beautiful. I had no idea. The scenic beauty through here. I can see how someone would want this. It was on the market a few times. Back when it was on the market, it seemed like it was a pretty good deal. Obviously out of my price range, but a pretty good deal for someone who had the money with the lake view, the scenic driveway, sirens going by.
like a motherfucker. He got all quiet when the
This has been a
sirens
place
got
I've always
going.
wanted to see for a long time, and never really checked it out until now. Once I caught wind of the possible fact
Soft pink.
that it was all going to be bulldozed,
Camera's
you know,
not
just
picking up the
rumor and
color.
speculation. Just wanted to see what was left over here. I think a lot of people probably feel that way too.
That's pink.
Classic textbook. Beautiful. Well, I don't think I'm using that terminology correctly, but great lakefront property here. Of course, there's a fence around the pool here, but the gate over here is open to the fence. It's a good view of the pool. Yeah, this would be something if it's for sale. Someone could buy this. This is in better shape than I expected it to be. Obviously, the grounds, they know they'll TLC. Diving board still over here. A little bit of green algae there. The pool, obviously. This is a sweet spot for a house. Imagine taking a dip in this pool. I mean, obviously you have to clean it up. But look at the water over there. Look at the lake. People out there fishing. I live here. 100% would live here. Well, I haven't really peeked inside yet, so I don't know what the condition inside is. But I just love this pool right here along the water. Right here on the lakefront. You get the brick patterns down here. The name of the lake directly behind where I'm standing is John's Lake. Lakefront property, a lot of acreage. This property is pretty expansive, so I can see how a developer would want to buy, or whoever owns the property. Maybe the city owns it now, maybe the town owns it. Prime real estate. When you get out of the shallow end here, we've had a deep end and a shallow end. It's like a little stage here. You got a little barbecue pit area there. You have some live music out here. You set up a little canopy. Enjoy the day. The staircase, even like the barbecue grills over here. Or a big barbecue grill. You can have a real party out here. Nice. This is quite the compound. It's in good shape. Now that I'm looking at this, I really hope they do not tear this down. That's just my opinion. This needs to be bought by someone. I mean, if the price was right. I'm not really in the market for a house, but yeah, this is like a lot of property, fenced off. Well, moderately was fenced off. Now anybody can just kind of walk up in here, but when some residents moved in, fix it all up, really turned this into quite the little compound. Broken out window. Not going to classify this for window shopping for a new home by any means, but the wheels are turning in my head. I'm kind of daydreaming. Because I would live here. I would totally live in this house. You could have like little soirees out here. You can even rent this out as a separate apartment. You got a 3-car garage over here. You got the little lanai. It's like a little walkway to shield yourself from the elements in the Florida rain. Going from the garage or the studio up top, where you can do creative endeavors in there. Walking back to the main house. Amazing. I've always heard about this place, but I never knew how really beautiful it really is. As run down as it is, there's beauty in that. This thing is brought back up to form. It's very beautiful. Almost sounds like kind of like I don't say like old Hollywood vibe to it, but it kind of reminds me of like old Hollywood, where you'd see like something in like that area.
It was built in the 30s.
Of course, you have a lot more land here than you would out in LA. And with the horse farm, and the horse area and all that, you almost have like a little mini Florida Graceland of sorts. Yeah, look at this. Hello. Look at that. I'm not going to go inside. I could hop in the window, but I'm not going to go in there. That's awesome. Got the stables over there. Horse stables. Small little pump house or some kind of horse stable here. And if you kind of pan back, hope it doesn't get leveled. Really do. Then again, this place has had it for like 2 decades, but it's not looking good.
As rescue efforts were underway at Ground Zero and all airports had been closed, the CIA began secretly flying dozens of people out of the country back to Saudi Arabia. Those people were the Bin Ladens. Hundreds of homes, apartments, and cars were left abandoned that fateful day. But what many don't know was that a couple multi-million-dollar mansions would also be forgotten, even to this day. We're walking into the woods to the Bin Laden mansion right now. Osama bin Laden came from a very powerful family. 140 Saudis, mostly brothers and sisters of Osama, left the United States for good that day, fearing for their lives what the American people would do to them. Why they weren't interviewed for their connections to Osama is up for you to decide. Osama's brother, Ibrahim, bought the mansion from a prominent actor in 1983 for $1.6 million. He then married Christine Artunian, a socialite in Beverly Hills, in 1987. Christine was known for collecting art and other expensive items. A piano she purchased still sits inside the home today. In the garage of the property, Ibrahim stored 2 Rolls Royces, a Mercedes 500 SEL, a Lamborghini, a Jeep, and a Honda. In 1990, the Bin Ladens spent thousands on crazy parties. For their daughter's birthday, they brought in a monkey, 5 horses, a hot air balloon, and many gifts for guests. The couple divorced in 1991. Bin Laden's wife lived with their daughter in an apartment on an allowance of $15,000 a month. After the 9/11 attacks, Ibrahim was on vacation and chose to never return, leaving everything behind. He put the property up for sale, and most of his items were sold off. One can only imagine where they are now. But nobody bought the property. Perhaps it was too expensive.
It's you live down from Fox. We'll take you out to some live aerials right now in Bel Air, California. We are taking a look here at this mansion because this is Osama bin Laden's brother's Bel Air estate, and it just got listed for $28 million.
Here's the pool, and here's the playground. So I wonder if Bin Laden had any kids here, you know? They were a huge family, so I'm sure they had kids playing here. I saw a car stop right in front. Really? Let's see the roof. So there's actually 2 ways up here. One's up a mountain, one's up this driveway. And the driveway's kind of overgrown, kind of falling apart. I mean, apparently Bin Laden hasn't lived here in like 2 decades. Pretty long time. But here we go, here we got the house. I'm here with the Silent Hills Exploration, by the way. So this driveway here kind of wraps around towards the back here. And right up towards the front, you can see there's first of all palm trees. But we have a big fountain here. It appears to be bunch of little kids, some birds on the top. I mean, really expensive looking fountain. You can see down here all the water would have been here. I mean, this probably would have been really nice at the time. I don't think this symbolizes anything, but It's definitely a very fancy ornament they had in the front of their yard. And here we'll get to the house in a little bit. Let's walk a little bit up the driveway here. You can see there's beautiful roses along the side of the house. This is quite a large property. I believe it was estimated to be $28 million. Check out this garage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5-car garage, guys. So this here is Bin Laden's garage. Inside this garage, he held, at a time, 2 Rolls Royces, a Lamborghini, a Mercedes, what was it, 500 SL or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. And there was also a Lexus and a Honda and a Jeep. But, I mean, the amount of cars he had that would have been in here, just imagine. You open the garage doors, 2.
There's actually 2 garages. There's also a detached that they don't show in this video. This one's attached. There's a detached, it's like a 3-car.
Mercedes, a Lamborghini, a Mercedes. I mean, this was real luxury here. $28 million for all this property. Of course, you could afford some of these cars. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, let's see what we can find in the garage. Maybe there's some evidence left behind. So you can see the garage has windows up there. This might have been servant headquarters for the time, as back when this was built, many homes had servants. Even today, there's a lot of still some of that inside the garage here. Unfortunately, there's no cars left behind. But you can still see there's some furniture that would have been inside the house. We even have some mattresses back here. Long been disused. Yeah, all this furniture probably was inside the house at some point. There's a couple building materials here too. There's even a TV back there. Oh, and up here, there's another room here. We'll go take a look real quick. Check this out. There's even writing here from the Bin Ladens themselves. C plus I, 1986. Wow. And this room, take a look at this. There's a ton of beers in here. This is old. These might be from the 80s or similar. Maybe from the 2000s when the home was abandoned. They just never moved this stuff. But I wonder what this stuff was. It looks like there's like hay or something here. Maybe they had like animals. I don't know. I mean, this would be too small for chickens. It looks like there's like birds in here or something. But can you imagine? Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis. I mean, this held some amazing cars back in the day. So yeah, it appears there's servants' quarters up here. Looks like the way up is through this stairway here. So up here there's a couple things left behind. Some pots and chairs. Been a little hangout spot. You know, a wheelbarrow. A grill. So they would have been grilling out here back in the day. Well, let's go up to this building here. Might be servants' headquarters. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see. Whoa. This is not what I expected at all. This is an animal sanctuary, guys. Look at that. Dude,
This is so sick. I thought it was going to be like a servant's headquarters or like a guest house even, but just walking in here, it's, apart from the temperature change, it's mad hot. But like,
what is, yeah.
It's so cool. I'm sure they could have a bunch of tropical fish in there.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of fish and other reptiles in these cages.
Wow. Yeah, it is hot here. Let's take a look around. Man, yeah, they would have had fish in here. Whoa. It's like a whole little pond. They had plenty of birds, I'm sure, in cages here. I think they didn't leave any left behind. We have a bird house up there. Some plants. This would have looked beautiful back in the day. Man. Glad I went here. Yeah, they would have had reptiles here too. Imagine what would have been in here. Are there any left though? I don't think so. They really had a setup here. It appears. Yeah, I mean, there was totally like an animal sanctuary here. like this would have been another little pond here. Maybe for frogs or something. Wow, just imagine what kind of animals would have been here. There's a kind of a look there. Could have been. This is cool. Speaking of animals, here's one animal left behind. Can you imagine how this would have been? Hearing birds, seeing all these creatures. Would have been a nice hangout spot, let me tell you. This skylight going in. Obviously there's holes and everything now, but this would have been nice. But yeah, I mean, look at the size of this house. I can't wait to step inside. It's gonna look really cool. There's some more flowers here. And these people are really a fan of nature. Animals, it appears. Strangely, the windows are kind of painted over. I wonder what that was about. In the back, we have this awesome patio here. Or I guess there's two backs to the house, but we have kind of a checkered floor and looks like a fountain or maybe a fire pit in the middle. Right around this house. The house kind of wraps around it a little bit. Not to mention, guys, look at these archways. These are beautiful archways. It really goes well with the house. Kind of the year it was built, which is the 1930s. It really works, I think. White and pink. But yeah, I can imagine, you know, the family was out here and they had a bunch of chairs surrounded by this, assuming it was a fire pit, which I'm not sure if it was. So I was gonna go in the back. There's like food here. Somebody left. Somebody was eating something here at some point. Just left it. Strange. Let's go down here though. So this was actually the main doorway here. You can see you would have maybe parked your car here and just walked right in from here. However, I don't really see how that works. It does kind of look small. Then again, you know, some of these cars that they had here were pretty small. But you would have walked into this doorway here, and that's how you would have gotten into the house. Before we go in, though, look at that, guys. It looks pretty promising. Before we go in, let's go around the back and see the pool real quick. So right here, we're in the back of the Bin Laden house. Now, at the time, the overlook would have been way less overgrown. You would have been able to see all this stuff down here. Now, you can't see very much anymore, but as you can see, they have a pool here that's been sitting for a very long time. I mean, this has been overgrown for 2 decades, guys. It's been sitting for a while. I mean, at this point, this stuff doesn't even matter. I think this property is going to be redeveloped, and it's just the land value at this point, which is still shocking, $28 million. But you can just imagine going down the stairs and enjoying the pool, having a big family. I mean, the family must have had a lot of parties here at the time. There's a lot of Bin Ladens around. Anyways, there's actually a hidden building behind this pool here.
Must be 2 pools. Because where's that lake that other dude was showing?
That we will check out in a second. So this building here was the pool house. There's a couple things in the front of the house. Looks like pots, intricately detailed, although pretty destroyed and chipped away now. But if you look inside, you'll find a piano. I believe this was a special piano. I believe the daughter actually got this piano, and I'm surprised it's still on the property. But she got this for the house a little bit after they bought it, and it's still sitting in the pool house today. What if it still makes sounds? It's been broken, but hopefully there's no bees in there. But I mean, you could see the craftsmanship on this piano, all the etchings and carvings. This would have been a pretty nice piano obviously doesn't work anymore. Looks like there's a pool floaty thing on the top of the piano as well. You can even still see the pillows that they use on the chairs outside, which we'll get to in a moment. And you can see the gate that was used for the property. Walk right in, go to the pool. Now that's on the driveway side. We also have a hot tub there. So this hot tub here has the cover removed. It's pretty black. There's actually water in there. But imagine a hot tub, a pool. This is all real luxury here, guys. Going up these stairs here, which also must have cost a fortune, we can go up to the back patio here. I guess you would consider this the back, but we still have some chairs left behind. And these chairs are probably original to the house. You can see they added white to it, but the original color was green, or vice versa, I'm not sure. With another bench here. And then we have these pots here. Looks like the devil, something similar. So you can see this property has really been sitting for a while. People have also tried to break in. You can see the board right there. There's also broken windows up ahead. But look at the color of this house, guys. Really pink. Something you'd only see here in California or similar. And check out this awesome door going right up back. With a big chandelier up there, actually. Well, folks, we are inside the mansion. And let me tell you, it's a lot nicer than I thought it would be. I mean, just to start off, take a look at this floor, completely made of marble. Even the stairs are made of marble. You also have some stained glass back there, and some potted plants. Obviously, these are fake, so this is abandoned. These are just fake plants. We have a chandelier down here, and actually a lot of chandeliers throughout the house right off the bat, and a lot of arches in the ceiling as well. I really like that. This is where we would have walked in from the bottom. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, a lot of chandeliers around here. This is the nicest room, I think. Actually, it's a mirror, you can see, which makes it all the cooler. So, I mean, just walking in, guys, this is breathtaking. They even have a pillar for this archway here. Really breathtaking. It's in pretty good shape. Pretty good shape. You can see here, this kind of resembles like a castle almost. It's kind of, see the archways here and the archways there. You really only see that in castles. Anyways, I went to go check what that was. I don't think it was anything. It sounded like a gate opening. Spooky. Here we have a room here. What's up with this? This looks like a library. So we have a fireplace here. Ultimately, looks like they were going to work on this room. They gutted it clean. So not too much to look at, but you can kind of just get a semblance of what that used to be. Now, this room, guys. Look at this. Just the sun going into the room, and they even have a fireplace. This room is super beautiful. They even have some furniture left behind. Looks like it's made of concrete. I don't know how that works with the marble flooring, but you know, moving it and everything. Let's try to move it and see how easy that is. Yeah, that's not easy. I mean, maybe this was just a decoration. I'm not sure. But this was definitely too. I don't know if you were to sit on these chairs or not. Maybe. There we go again with the archway glass and everything. Really like the style. See the beams on the top as well. It really works. They kind of overlap. It's beautiful. This fireplace too. I mean, see the guard here. Looks like it's made of gold. And this is made of concrete here. And the detail here, it's all going to be original. You even have some of the lights here that they put there for some reason. But yeah, look at that, guys. Even more details. Looks like two birds. I really like the look of that. The other side of this room. Take a look. So you'll be able to see the patio. Got two awesome doors. It's a lot of glass. You'll be able to see the outside. And come here through all those doors. Just hang out here if you want to. This is a large room, guys. It's pretty large. Even if you're a tall person, you can walk through it. I think it's no problem. You can see though, these shaving movies have been kind of damaged. I'm not sure what happened with these. All the glass was kind of broken. These were light bulbs, not fire. But you can see right here, some on the wall. It says living room, library, chambers. This might have been to fortify different parts of the house. Maybe it was a security system too. I'm not entirely sure. So I actually just had to grab 2 batteries from the car, so I had to like sneak all the way back out, go back all the way in to go do this. But my camera just died, and I came back here. In the meantime, he started filming, and I tapped on the elevator, and he started running out of the house.
I was upstairs. I was just filming this section with the elevator upstairs. And all of a sudden, I hear some loud banging on the walls. I got so scared. I thought like someone came for us. So I rushed downstairs. I was looking for Stringer, trying to see what was going on. I go look out the door, and he's just there laughing. Got me again.
Dude, I'm always messing with people when we're out exploring. It's pretty funny. But I didn't mean to actually scare it. I didn't mean to actually scare you, dude. I'm sorry, bro.
Okay. You gotta be as careful as possible in these places, though. You never know who's gonna come, and you just gotta be on your best alert.
Anyways, let's continue filming. So I'm planning on going upstairs next. You've been up there already, right?
I have actually been down there. It's beautiful, I gotta say. There's the master bedroom, has a safe in it.
Really?
And that's where, Osama bin Laden himself kept alive. In fact, I believe it was the FBI probably opened it up. That's why it's open now.
Wow.
It's pretty well. You're in for a treat.
Okay, I'm getting excited to explore the upstairs. And right off the bat, the marble goes all the way up. And that's I've never seen marble stairs like this. It looks beautiful with the natural lighting over the plants and the pillars here and stuff. Stained glass. I wonder what that is. So that's a knife and a flower. But this was probably made all the way back when. I mean, stained glass, it's usually like, they make it out of lead, and just kind of put little pieces of glass in there, and that's how they make these windows. So that's either lead or copper inside there. I found fascinating. I used to do construction, that's how I found that out. But anyways, you can see this railing here is probably original too, to the house, the time period. Look at that, it's actually completely connected in an L shape, so that's probably how they installed it. Just like how it is. Actually, whoa, there's a chandelier up here. You get a kind of a look at what the original things look like with this last step here. That's pretty cool. It looks like tiling. Yeah, like some kind of Knight's theme or something. This was renovated when the Bin Ladens bought it. As you can see now, it's kind of getting in bad shape here. I mean, a lot of these chandeliers are falling apart for some reason, like somebody might smash it with a hammer. This one especially, I mean, looks like it's not actually falling off. I have no idea if someone was hanging on that or what exactly happened. But again, with the archways, really cool style to a house. These archways like that, really like, you know, old style vibes here. Really big fan. As we go down this hallway, which looks like it'll lead to the master bedroom. We have a couple more rooms here. Now these rooms have been stripped out. You can see the flooring used to be carpet. That's what all these dots are. It's like foam, and then there's a carpet layer on top. It looks like this home was actually supposed to be renovated again, and nobody wanted to buy it, so the home has just kind of been sitting, it appears. What's up? Was that you? Is it Wesley? I'm laughing. What? Dude, not really, dude. I wasn't scared. I was recreating what it sounded like for you. You hear me like running down? Yeah, it sounded funny to me, but you think you got me, but nah, totally was not scared. I want to show you what it's like on Instagram. I think it's because you're buying that room, that's why. Yeah, I wasn't recording, that's what you heard. Yeah, alright, anyways, let's get on. Thanks. We'll always go from our apartment. Anyways, back to this. You can see what I'm talking about when I said like renovations and stuff. I mean, this is kind of like what they were doing. It looks like they were kind of getting everything done and stripped. They're selling maybe new appliances too. For all I know. So it's kind of new, but I could be wrong. It was like there's actually a couple of things. Here's still the original of the house. I love surprises. That's kind of, cool. Got a lot of Mickey Mouse stuff there. Santa Monica. We got like an old, but a couple of videos, like I showed the dress and house and come here. But anyways, really good with this somebody went to smash on these. Just this though, nothing else. Strangely, it's all kind of bagel over. Which is, I don't know why they would do that. I think they were just repainting the whole house and they really didn't care. I don't know the deal. But get a real cool view of the outside of the patio and the pool and the, what do you call those? It's not a fence, but a concrete fence. Looks great out there. The camera stuck last time. But yeah, so this was likely a guest bedroom of some sort. So they have a closet here too. Let's see, so probably 80s wallpaper, maybe even older, I'm not sure. They have this strange like cloth material on top there. Not sure what that's about. There's still a TV remote and things here. Whatever that is. Looks like oh, this is for an alarm. There's no more alarm anymore, but it's like a handheld thing to trigger an alarm. Anyways, let's continue on here. You'll get another chandelier, a little bit smaller, but it makes sense for how small this hallway is compared to the ones downstairs. You'll notice too, the flooring looks like they're stripping it out and doing some kind of work. And this is almost like an abandoned construction site by the looks of it. And everything's kind of painted over here. See what I mean? Like there's white stuff here, They were just painting over everything, and I'm not sure why they would do that. It's like they really didn't care about this house. Anyways, look at this, guys. So this looks like an alarm system as well. You see, we have main entry, family room, kitchen, bed, breakfast. There's a thermometer over there. But this was definitely some kind of alarm system, I believe. And this right here appears to be something that they use to maybe contact other people throughout the house. So you look at this through here, and talk through here, I think. It looks like wiring or something. And you hang up like that. See? Yeah. Calls over. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, it's got a bell. See? So I think that's what that is. You got library garage service. I think that's definitely something to call in different parts of the house. But right back here, guys, this appears to be the master bedroom. Now, actually, I can turn my light off because the light is pretty good in here. Right off the bat, I see it's like a fireplace, and a fancy one at that. Looks like the fireplace is made out of solid marble here. I would say as marble or something similar to marble. Pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, this whole room is gutted. However, there's a safe here, guys. Take a look at that. There's an abandoned safe in this house. So, I mean, whatever happened here, they just left the safe. And I think they left the safe behind because usually safes are pretty heavy to remove from the house when it's being gutted, so they kind of just let it sit. I mean, this stuff is extremely heavy. It's going to be a problem, bringing it down the stairs. I mean, yeah, these are big hassles, let me tell you. But let's see if there's anything inside here. I didn't think there was. The safe is pretty empty. Nothing. There's handprints down there. Somebody might have taken something recently, but there appears to be nothing. I can see. Now, actually, looking up above, I just realized we have another pair. Check that out. So we have, oh, that's kind of trippy for you guys probably. You can see the backyard through the mirror. Albeit it's kind of dusty, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I like how they added mirrors to ceilings. I think that really works in my opinion. There's even lights there too. So they like kind of reflect off the floor and reflect back up, maybe. I think that's a pretty cool feature of this house. It's like tiles. I think they might be tiles. No, they're not tiles. But pretty cool nonetheless, guys. You can kind of get a feel of just how large this room is. This room could fit. I don't know. It's pretty large, let's just say. Actually, on the walls here, looks kind of like a padded cell. See what I mean here? So, it's like there's a cloth on the wall. It's literally cloth. I don't know why. It's very strange. Why would this stuff cloth? This is kind of like an 80s style thing, but I've never seen this before. Cloth on the walls. It really is like a padded cell. You can run into it, you'd probably be fine. This is just a closet. The rest of the house, though, it's just drywall. So it's just this one area here with the mirrors that's a cloth. Well, let's check out the bathroom for the master bedroom. It's probably going to be promising. So we've got here pretty cool looking sink. Looks modern almost, but I could be wrong. Yeah, okay, so there is a door open, but you can kind of get a feel on what this would look like. Tell me in the comments below if you guys think this was like 80s or more modern feature. It looks like they might have tried to restore some of this house here. So my focus keeps going out. But it looks like some of this stuff is new, or just get it over for all I know. I mean, the painting on it is really unbelievable. Look what they did up here. They painted over these lights. They painted over practically everything except the mirrors. They did a good job not doing that, but basically everything else is completely painted over. What an ugly, sad restoration they're trying to do. But I think they were just in the middle of it because you can see there's still tape on the house here. You can see the zinc here. Looks in like a rectangular shape. I really like this kind of style. I'm not sure if this would be mine or not either, but it really works, I'd say. Looks cool. Now, check out the flooring here. This might have been the original flooring. It looks like purple and pink. It really fits with the outside of the house here. And this is probably original. It appears they, judging by the things in the corner here, the pieces of wood that they did put something over this. So this was unearthed when they were trying to fix the home. Kind of renovate it. And also, yeah, this bathtub, I know, it's sick. It's made out of marble, it looks like. So I mean, every piece of marble, every chunk, I mean, it costs like a fortune. So all over this house is marble. No wonder they, they obviously have the money because the money alone is like 28 million. So why not put some marble here? Makes sense. You also got this huge mirror, of course. But there's plenty of those in the house too. And yeah, we got these. Oh, come here, dude. What do you think that was? Take a guess. Did I sneeze? No. Okay, put that lever. This? Yeah. Dude, that's disgusting. I tried that one. It didn't. Oh. What? This place is water, dude. Dude. No way. There's no way. What? That is insane. Why is there some water here? Oh, that scared me so bad at first. Toilet was flushing. Oh, there's nothing in there. It's all, look at it. It's like frosted. Gross. That's insane, dude. Yeah. That was loud. That was so loud. That like scared me. I sneezed. No, I'm not messing with that. Anyways, guys, that one you saw here was the shower. There's a little bit still running, but that'll probably go away. But there's a couple things still left on it. If this was actually used by the family, I mean, there's not many remnants left. However, I mean, it's entirely possible that there's some things left behind, as you saw in that one animal sanctuary. Anyways, in the same room here is the safe, the master here. We got another bathroom, strangely. I'm not sure why they had two bathrooms in here, but maybe they had multiple people sleeping in this room. You can see the floor is kind of buckled up because of the water damage somewhere in the house. Maybe because some vandals broke the window. It's rather unfortunate. Oh, it's so nice and warm. It's actually pretty cold in this house. Not like cold, like there's AC running, but it's definitely cooler in here. Now, it's probably the same situation with the water. We'll give it a try, I suppose. That is insane. I don't know how that's happening right now, but I guess they didn't shut the water off. That is insane. But yeah, I mean, kind of a less exciting bathroom. Although the sink is pretty fancy, not as fancy as some other parts of this house, but I like it. So back downstairs again. Let's take a look at some of these other rooms here. Right off the bat, this one's a pretty large room. Here we have a beautiful chandelier right here. It appears to be smashed. It's an electric chandelier, not candlelit. As you can see, all the light bulbs were smashed. There's no evidence. Well, there's maybe one piece of glass, but wonder why these were smashed in that glass. It's almost as if the workers did it and they cleaned it up. Just left the smash and sit afterwards, but hey, that happens. Now check out these walls here, the crowning on the corners here. This is a really cool feature, like in mansions. You know, this is really over the top. Just some details, symmetric details that they add on to these houses. And you know, when you have the money to do this stuff, you can really put whatever you want in these homes. So I really like this stuff. The corners. Now let's go to this room here. It's really easy. The windows are like kind of blocked off. They straight up like painted these rooms, including the windows. Also want to mention, look up there, how the ceiling is shaped. It's shaped like an umbrella almost. I really like that. And just those little really add a lot more character to this house. And it really looks style, you know, kind of like a castle inside. You know, something you'd see in Europe. I really do like that. Now I'm giving this right to the kitchen here. We have some tiling. Now it looks like this kitchen was never updated from the 80s. But I mean, this whole house really had a repainting, as you can see. But that's about it. Actually, there's some the board on the wood to kind of protect from paint hitting the floor and stuff. But obviously, I mean, what's the point of painting if you're gonna like get it all over everything? We got a Sub-Zero fridge that's actually a really expensive fridge they have here, and yeah, they just kind of painted it over. Sink is not so impressive. I mean, it is a double sink, but oh, we have a going through the window somehow. It always happens. I don't know how I can get through there, but that's just nature trying to reclaim this home. We have a couple of other things left behind. It looks like a soap dispenser again, just something for grilling. But otherwise, not much here. You can check the fridge, see what you find in there, and there's some food, but I doubt it. Actually, we got some baking soda. I usually see that happening in fridges when there's nothing else left, but there might be something there. So, I think, yep, so this house was abandoned at some point, with everything behind it, in my opinion, and they took everything out. But there's some remnants of the wood in the fridge. Something molded down, clearly. Anyways, we also got this really expensive grill. This grill is worth a lot of money, I think. I've seen it a couple times. But this isn't like really heavy-duty stuff. Like you see this in restaurants. This is in a mansion, so pretty cool to see that here. I mean, this is like an oven room. Yeah. Stainless steel. Really nice stuff in here, guys. Pretty advanced kitchen. There's actually a second fridge back here as well. Probably nothing in there. That's full of food too. Had to hold my breath for that one. That one is full of food. That I don't know how that one. I don't know how there's food in there. That's disgusting. So that fridge was never even checked when abandoned, and they just kind of left it there with all the food inside. Gross. But you saw some wine bottles, some eggs, and some juice that appeared. Anyways, I don't want to look in there. We got this other room here that's totally painted over. It looks like just cupboards. Maybe for wine glasses here, a little bit here. That's what it appears to be. And then here again, the bumble flooring starts once again. So we're getting back to the kind of the main area here. We'll take a look at this bathroom. Whoa. It's all green marble. Wait a minute here. This might be one of the nicest bathrooms in the whole house, I gotta say. I mean, I wonder why this like seemingly inconspicuous bathroom just in the middle of the house is so nice inside. This is like my favorite type of bathroom. Look at that. We got some old towel holders here. And check this out. We have brass sink. Usually there's stainless. Rarely see a brass sink. You know, brass and copper, all that stuff's really expensive. So to put in these decorations is like expensive metals. It's really over the top. A lot of these rich folks, they will do that. Obviously, this. Whoa. So there's still artwork even here. That is pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. We also have this black toilet here. Kind of fits with the whole kind of dark vibe of the room, and the marble here really complements each other. You got that little crown in the corner too. And here we go. So we're kind of going in a little loop here. There's actually even more rooms though. Let's go to this one first. Kind of by the main area here where you kind of walk in. I really like how this looks though. It's pretty cool. Cool walkway in, all pink. You can see this room. This room is really wide open here. And I think it looks beautiful. Just how the lighting's kind of coming in here. You can see the forest and the palm trees in the background. This is also an incredibly nice room. And just these windows, I can't get over how nice they are. This is really something you see in all the old homes. I think they're maybe implementing them into new homes now, but mostly old homes. And it really works. So I believe this might have been another guest bedroom because, as you can see, there's another, looks like bathroom, but I don't see the toilets moving on. Maybe this was just a hangout room. But this is strange how there's a sink. Maybe they had like wine bottles. Maybe there's like some. Oh yeah. So this is maybe the servants. The servants were in this room. They took wine out and they gave it out during parties and they would wash their hands here. They prepared in this room. Bring out big plates and food and everything. Although the kitchen's pretty small for that, it did make sense with that large grill. Actually, there's an old Coors bottle here too inside the house. Let's get a better look at that here. There we go. So looks like it's gonna be 2 decades old or something. Probably when the home was banned. So now we're gonna head over into the part of the house that kind of goes outward. Right there, that's where you kind of walk into the house. So, as you can see here, there's another one of those calling things. This time it's got 2 bells on it. But yeah, I mean, this is one part of the house that you would have received calls from another part of the house. Pretty cool implementation. Really, some really old style stuff, I think. Stuff you'd see back in the day. I really like it though. You got some more stained glass here too. Actually, they tried to protect it here, as you can see from the painting. But they didn't do that in a lot of the house. And over here, whoa, this looks like an elevator. So that was okay. Guys, this is a golden elevator. Actually, it's not that fancy compared to elevators I've seen in other nations, but still, guys, imagine having an indoor elevator inside your house. Well, an elevator jet, I should say. Walking on it is kind of scary. Just put 1 foot down, but you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not even gonna touch those buttons. But yeah, honestly, kind of a cheap looking elevator. Let's close the door on that. It's a really heavy door there. And we got a couple more rooms here in the house. This is kind of like overlooking the garage at this point on the far side of the house. If you were to like open this window here, you'd see the garage, if that makes sense. So this is where we are, where we're at. So over here is another bathroom here. Definitely more from the time, at least the sink. It's all porcelain. This is maybe the servants kind of area, come to think of it, because this is actually apart from the rest of the house. And maybe whoever was the servant at this mansion actually lived on this side, because it really is like away from kind of everybody else, which it kind of does make sense. There is a couple rooms here, like a totally like different house, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the elevator also kind of complements that idea, I would think. So anyways, let's head to the other side of the upstairs of this house here. Now, we got quite a few rooms to kind of look through here, so let's see what we can find. This was all kind of empty. Would have been another maybe guest bedroom. Appears you'd see more like the repainting over everything situation that they did here. I don't know what was going on. Yeah, definitely like a little bedroom because there's a closet in here and they definitely found some clothes and shoes and other things. You can see the kind of old little vents, old style vents that you see in houses 1950s and below. Always like those. I mean, they put details in a lot of stuff. Especially, it looks like they tried to like modernize the house. They tore this whole bathroom apart. Besides, all that's left really is the tiling, the green tiling, and the bath. This stuff's all kind of here, but oh yeah. So it looks like they just kind of ripped apart the walls. I mean, there might have been like a shower here. That's kind of what it looks like, or maybe a sink. That's what it was because it was a mirror. So that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I really do like this kind of green here. It definitely fits with a lot of bathrooms, and you don't really see that much anymore. Green tiling, not great paint. Not really a big fan of the paint here. But let's keep going, guys. So, we have another sink here. So this might have been the sink that was in that room that got ripped out of the walls. Oh, look up there. There's another some kind of lighting source here. I like it. It's a shame it's all destroyed. It's actually over here. So here we go. This is the top of the elevator. Oh, this is where my friend got scared. So there's toilet paper down there for some reason. But yeah, I mean, this seems like a cheap setup here. Look at this. It's held up by a piece of wood. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's lasted this long, so it must be safe. Maybe not today. I wouldn't want to try that out if there's like power on this house. You still see the original buttons here. If I try to press things, nothing happens. So this was actually a button. This probably would have been kind of like a light signaling that the elevator was coming up. So continuing on from the elevator here, we got what looks like another bedroom here. This could be for where this could be something servant related. You see some business cards there. I don't want to get too close to reveal anything, but it appears that these are trade related. So, automotive, construction, a lot of construction. So that might have been some of the guys that were working here, maybe from the boss. Maybe the boss left that stuff behind. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's kind of the entirety of the upstairs, I should say. But yeah, I mean, just these beautiful hallways with arches. It really is an old style house. It feels like I'm kind of in a castle here, just in my opinion. I really do like these stairs. But this here has got to be my favorite room of all time. This one right here, just a part of the house. It looks really nice, especially, I mean, the mirrors on the ceiling. I never see that, but it really works. It really works, especially with this home. And the plants, of course. So there's actually another side of the house here. It appears to be locked. And this is all boarded. There's no way to really see what's in here. Strangely enough. This is no way out. I mean, you can't even see through the windows. Oh, 42. Huh. Yeah. I agree. It's weird, there's like mounds of dirt here in the front yard too. Did you notice that?
I could do construction, like trying to sell the place.
Yeah.
They just gave up.
Yeah, they just like stalled construction. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I mean, this place was magnificent, especially this one room here.
What's up, Rangers? So before we begin today's episode, I want to tell you that I would like you to join my Patreon page. Go to www in the tier.
What's up, Rangers? Welcome back. This is Rick. Guys, somehow I ended up in Osama bin Laden's abandoned mansion. You would not think his mansion would be in the United States, but I'm going to tell you the full story about why he bought this place in Florida, why he bought it, why he abandoned it. I'm going to show you what's up with it from top to bottom. And with that being said, let's get at it and explore. Here we go.
On this exploration, I'm taking you inside the abandoned Mediterranean mansion the bin Laden family once owned. Osama bin Laden purchased this mansion for one of his 54 siblings, Khalil bin Laden, in 1980 for $1.6 million. Osama bin Laden, the man that was responsible for the September 11 attacks against the United States in 2001, and leader and founder of Al-Qaeda, and was part of the Taliban. During the 9/11 attacks, Khalil and his family fled under police escort after September 11th, fearing they may be targeted for the next terrorist attack.
It's not true.
Believe it or not, this mansion has been sitting abandoned ever since, rotting away from the extent of time. The mansion was built in 1928 with amenities including 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a 4-car detached garage, a guest house, horse stables, a private shoreline overlooking a gorgeous lake, and massive land with sprawling oak trees with Spanish moss. Unfortunately, demolition plans are in the works, so come along with me and let's explore to see what's left inside. Wow, like literally, wow, look at this place. It's covered in like a canopy of trees and Spanish moss everywhere. This looks like a whole bunch of spider webs that are just dangling, but what that is basically just a bunch of tree moss. Look at this. Oh my God. This is so magical looking, walking through this. Especially in the rain too. Oh, that's the house. Look, that's the house right there. Going up to it, yeah, this is the main driveway. And look how magical this looks, y'all. This is beautiful. I love this. I love how the oak moss is just, the Spanish moss is just weeping away from the trees. It's smothered in it. Look at that. Are y'all seeing that? Wow, I can honestly say this place is very magical. It's just got that it factor about it. All right, let's go inside. What's up, Rangers? Welcome back. So on this episode, I want you guys to kind of look past all the graffiti and actually see how beautiful this place could have been. But without further ado, if you know me and you know the routine and you know the drill, I want to make this place feel like as if you were the owner. How would it feel as if you were the owner coming in through that door right here? And this is kind of what it would look like. Now remember, you have to be open-minded about this place because it is not pretty. But it would be is if you could look past the graffiti. We got a couple of options. We could hang a right. We could go towards this center right here, that center over there, or we could hang a left. Let's go left because this is the shortest part of the mansion. And I want to show you it in all of its glory. My first initial thoughts, good gracious Lord. Wow, this is honestly really, really beautiful. Look at that. It's almost like a teak wood. Look at the ceiling and all the details on that. That is so beautiful and gorgeous. Look at this. I can already tell you on this episode, I'm going to be looking out the windows quite a bit because the windows are just that good. And the outside, oh man, the outside is just that good. One of my favorite things to do on an Explorer is look at the windows. Look at that. Look at all that Spanish moss on the trees too. Y'all see that? It looks like weeping spider webs, but it is not. Don't be confused. All it is just tree moss. Yeah, as we're staring out the windows today, you're going to see a lot of trees with a lot of tree moss. It's not really popular up north. It's not such a thing. Also in the west, it's not a thing. It's more only popular down south, especially in Louisiana and Florida areas with the tree moss. So a shout out to this beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous fireplace. Wow. Let's get a close look to it. Look at this, all stone. Oh yeah, look, it's just chipping away. Not much left to it, but it looks like at one point in time they probably had logs. I don't think this was propane. Wait a minute, was this propane? No, it couldn't have been because they have all ashes and embers right there. Yeah, I think this is all wood. It definitely was all wood burning. Let me see. Yeah, it had to be. One of my favorite things about this room, not only is it my favorite room in the entire mansion, one of my favorites, but look at the brickwork that's lying on the floor right now. Man, it took a lot of time and effort to do that. Look at these beautiful windows. Good gracious. The ceiling is on point. And look, that's a little loft area. We're going to check that out last, because we're going to go upstairs last, but look at this. Look how beautiful. And this is the outside. We're going to be looking outside quite a bit on this episode because it's just that pretty. Let's take a shot of the pool. Let's get a close-up of that. That is nice looking. Not the algae in the pool, not the green stuff. It's just the pool itself. Looks so cool. Almost looks like a little peanut. Let's get a shot and see what's going on this side. Wow, this honestly is like hauntingly beautiful. With the trees, how they just weep and stuff from the moss. But we are going to take one last look at the fireplace room before we start moving on. So let's do that. Let's keep it moving. Police sirens on the road right now. This house is on a main road, so probably that's why. Alright, so what do we have here? We're just leaving the fireplace room, and we ended up in here. Let me bring it up a little bit. This looks like it could have been a dining room. Possibly, I don't know for sure, but it could have been. You know how I know the well, you know what? I was going to say a kitchen too, but you know what? I'm going to change my mind one more time. Tell me if I'm right on this. I think this is more like a bar room. Like an entertainment room, maybe? Because it looks like they had like a little mini bar right here. And look at that. That's a dishwasher. So it definitely could have been like an entertainment room / bar room. Well, let's take a look around and see what we got. Oh, look at that. That kind of reminds me of like one of those little pizza hut lights from back in the 80s. I don't know if you guys were around in the 80s or 90s, but if you were, you know what I'm talking about. This is what I mean by hauntingly beautiful. It's just so peaceful outside. Dang. And I love the rain too. The rain is what makes this place special. Look at the ceilings. They kind of got that wavy effect to them. Guys, leave it in the comments, but I am not too sure what that is. Like, what is that style? I've seen it on Spanish-looking houses before that look like that. I just don't know the style. Is that some kind of Spanish architecture? But look at those wood beams, too. Wow. I think I want to go outside, too, in just a moment, but not yet. Let's save that part for last. All right, let's keep it moving. Remember, we started off inside of this room right here, and we went just to the right of us, or the left of us anyway, and now we're going to go straight over here inside of this room and see what it can offer us. And it is not disappointing, let me tell you. Look at these wood beams, more like a teak color compared to like a mahogany color that we had in the other room. And as we look around, we'll see how beautiful this place could have been or would have been. Here's the chandelier dimmers. Of course, they don't work anymore. So we'll give another shout out to these brick floors. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see what's outside of this window right here. Looks like rain, 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 and more rain. This is what we got on the other side. Shoot, we don't really even have to look through the windows. We can just take a peek out the door right here. It's wide open. That is the guest house that's right on the side of this house. We'll take a look at that last though, because I'm not done yet with this place. Look at this. This looks almost magical being in here, especially with the rain. All right, so this is the kitchen, and it is not disappointing whatsoever. The roof is a little lower than what I'm used to inside of a grand mansion like this. But it looks like we have a kitchen island right here, along with a kitchen stove and a kitchen sink. But wait a minute, there's another kitchen sink right over there. What is up with that? They have two kitchen sinks in a kitchen like this. This almost, yeah, this kind of looks outdated, honestly. This doesn't look up to par with modern sinks. Look at this. It's made out of like some kind of porcelain. That feels more like plastic. This feels more like granite, but that might be plastic too. I don't know. They did a very good job. Oh, look at this. It twists around. It's a lazy Susan. Look at that. Isn't that cool? You put all your seasons in there. That's what it is, a lazy Susan. Let's see what we have on this side. Oh yeah, over there on that side they got a kitchen stove too. There's a kitchen stove right here. And another kitchen sink. Another kitchen stove right here. Now this bar, this kitchen island is like a bar on the other side. It's much higher than that. That's more like a low bar. This is a high bar. Let's take a look out this big window. This is a massive window. All the glass is missing though. Such a beautiful outside. And look, there's another shot of the other house that's on the side of it. It's part of this one. Got a little walkway right there. We're gonna check that out last though. Here we go, y'all. This place does not disappoint with wood beams. Everything's here to see. Just like that. So what do we have here? It says modern made. Oh, this is a built-in toaster. And it comes out the side. I've never seen that before. Especially not on this channel. I've never seen one like that before. Either on this channel or in real life in person. There's a whole bunch of cool cabinetry. It's all messed up and tore up. We just gotta look past the vandalism. There's nothing on there. Nothing at all. There's another shot of outside. The one thing I do love about this place is they had no shortage of windows. This place is very well lit. In most areas, it's very well lit. All right, let's go back to the center because I really want to show you guys what's up. Well, I do want to mention this. They have a basement, but I don't want to explore that just yet. I'm going to save that part for last. Let's go back to the center. All right, so I'm taking you guys back to the center because I totally missed something here. I totally forgot to mention it, but I'm mentioning it right now. Look at this beautiful fountain. I could just imagine there was probably like a statue here at one time, and I love how these look like little bitty blue jewels to match the color of the water. I love that. And another thing that I totally missed is these emblems on the ceiling. Look at this. I love that. What is that a symbol of? I have no idea, but we have one right there, and another one right here on the main door. What is that a symbol of? I have no idea, but it looks very nice and elegant. All right, so kind of walking into the main attraction of the second floor. Not on the second floor yet, but this is how you get there. Main staircase. I don't want to go up there just yet. I really want to show you guys what's up in here first. It's a little closet area. Very small closet. Looks like it's made out of cedar wood. Now this, we've already came through here. Remember, this was the ballroom area, like the party room area. Now this looks like a guest bathroom. This is not the master, not yet. I'm going to show you that, guys, in just a minute. That's upstairs. But look how old and dated this wallpaper is. they put it at the bottom of the sink area where the tiles go. This actually looks like it belongs in a kitchen because I see mushrooms on it, I see artichoke, onions, asparagus. Do y'all see what I'm seeing? I'm seeing lemons on there, onions, radishes, all that's right here. This looks like it belongs in a kitchen. And kind of what gets me, this is the bathroom, but they had a door leading outside of the bathroom. I've never seen it before, but it's what they went with, and we'll just roll with that. And this is the other part of the bathroom. This is where the toilet is and the shower. Should we get a close-up of it? Let's see. That's right there. It's just a big hole in the wall. All right, what I want to do with you guys right now, we explored pretty much all of the downstairs area. Let's go upstairs. Let's take a look and see what we have up there. Turn my light for this one because it's kind of dark. But look at this. Going upstairs in real time, just enjoying these stairs just like you guys are. I don't know about you, but I love this right here, this wrought iron. Man, it's not very sturdy, but it looks like it oxidized over time because it's all like brown. I'm sure it was black at one point. Look at these stairs. Oh, and this is what the doors are made out of? Yeah, they cut corners in this place. Look at this. That's the door. Wow, it's very flimsy. They're making stuff way too cheap these days, huh? Alright, so we're upstairs. We're headed upstairs. And I'm going to show you guys what is up with this. Let's go ahead and go on this side first. This is one of the very few rooms in this mansion with carpet on the floor. Nothing too special about this up here. Ooh, the one thing I do like. I do love this bathroom. I like the colors of this bathroom. A nice taupe color. Very non-offensive. Look at that. I love the tile work in here too. And this is one of my days to explore while it's raining. I don't know what it is about rain or snow. I just love bad weather. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It's so peaceful outside. Watch this. And that to me is heaven. Look at that. The palm trees and all those trees back there too, and the rain. Oh man, this is heaven. Let's take a look outside the other window and see what's going on. What I do love about this house, look at this. They have a lake in the backyard too. I don't know if you guys can see that from here. It is raining outside. See that? Just past that oak tree right there with the Spanish moss on it. You see some water back there. They've got a big lake back here. So what I want to do with you guys right now, I want to give you actually a better perspective of what it looks like from above. Let's see if we can scroll all the way in. Yeah, here we go. This is what the property looks like from above on Google Maps. And as we scroll back out, it looks like we're on like a little peninsula, like on like a little island, which we kind of are, almost. Because look at this, as we scroll back out, we're on a lake called John's Lake. So actually, yeah, this is a big body of water here. Look at that. It's a beautiful property. All right, let's keep moving. Here we are, right back at the foot of the stairwell. And I want to take you guys straight ahead. Let's see what we got if we go straight ahead. What I really love about this, I don't know the meaning of this, but it is the divider between this room right here and this room. They could have just made it a straight hallway, but whatever, this is what they went with. I love that little symbol down there. I don't know what it stands for, but I love it. It's kind of like engraved in the center right there. Man, it's beautiful. Man. That's one thing I like about this mansion. It's just so elegant outside. Oh, I don't want to push that. It's like stuck. What the hell? Can I get out? There we go. It was just stuck. Just giving you guys another shot of the outside. Gorgeous. Try to ignore that graffiti. I'm telling you guys, it'll make it a lot better if you ignore it. Look at the roof. Yeah, that's definitely Spanish architecture right there. Right up there too. Right, so that's where we came up, the foot of the stair. We're standing right here in the center of this room right here, right where the outside is. Let's stay on the left now. Go to this room. One of the very few rooms with carpet. Whoa, what do we have here? Oh yeah, This is what I was talking about before. I love this. Well, definitely watch your step on this one. You can like totally fall to your death. Look at this. There's no banister right here whatsoever to protect your fall, but this is like a little loft area. Wow, this gives you a perfect perspective of what this place looks like from above near the ceiling. And look, turn on my light. That's that teak wood I was telling you all about. What is this type of wood? Let's see. It might be cedar. I don't know for sure, but it's got these little crevices and stuff. It looked like termites might have gotten to it. I don't think that's the case. Yeah, see how it has all these little carvings and stuff? I don't know what that is. But anyways, look at those Spanish-looking windows right there. That Spanish architecture is just, man, reminds me of something of the New Orleans French Quarter. If y'all ever been to New Orleans, you know what I'm talking about, in the French Quarter. So look at that. There's that brickwork again. But I can't get over this. They took all the banisters down, so you can like easily fall to your death. We do not want to do that though. There's that grand fireplace again. Now what do we have in this room right here? Oh, this is a closet. It doesn't look like, you know what? It don't look like they finished it at all. These are like little wood chips. Oh, it's actually coming off the wall. Yeah, they're like falling off the wall. I think they probably did not finish this closet. If I had to take a guess, they were probably going to put sheetrock up over. Alright. Oh, we do have like a little loft area up here too. That's cool. Wait a minute. I just thought of something. This has to be the master bedroom because it's one of the largest rooms I've seen yet upstairs. And this too. Whoa. Look at this, y'all. Holy goodness gracious. Okay. Yep, this is my favorite room. I love this room. Look how cool this looks, y'all. Oh my goodness. I love the teak color looking wood, that terracotta almost wood color, you know what I'm trying to say. And look at this. The gold accents too, with the kind of peachy colored zinc. Look at this. Oh, and you got the same theme throughout. Look, the tub is the same. And look, around here, even that's kind of the same. That little floral artwork up there. What else do we have in here? Well, there's the sink. See, this is what I'm talking about. Here's some of that tree moss. It kind of flew through the window. So we're going to put him back here outside. Throw him back outside. See that tree right there? It probably came in from that tree right there. And the wind just blew it in here. And it looks like, well, Osama bin Laden or whatever family member that he bought this mansion for had a toilet and a bidet. So you get cleaned up after you get done. Nice cool looking shower. Actually a vent inside the shower itself. So where's the shower head at? There's no shower head. What the hell? But where's the shower? Oh, that's it right there. The little pipe coming out the wall. That's a weird place to put a shower head. I would think it would be more right here. It's off to the side. Alright, we'll give it a pass. Because this bathroom, look how gorgeous. Damn. I want this bathroom inside of my house like yesterday. I think what makes it even better is looking out the windows. Could you imagine if you were sitting right here just relaxing, eating your apples and sipping your cup of wine and eating cheese and meat all day? Could you imagine just looking out the window of your beautiful, beautiful lake outside? I don't know if I could imagine that. I'm not that rich, y'all. One thing I do want to give a shout out to is this right here. Look at that pool area. I don't think I want to go outside because it's just raining all day. It's been raining all day, but at least you can get to look at it from right here. I kind of do want to go outside though, so I can get a shot from right there looking at the house. What do you think about it? But look at that pool. I love that. Look at all that algae in there. Wow. Here's another part of this. Look at it. Okay, so I just found another closet. There's no way that they could not have wanted to put sheetrock on this because you pull out these drawers right here, and when you tap on them or even grab them, the wood chips just start chipping away like this. Look at this. It looks like it goes around here, this side, this corner. Oh no, it stops. It stops. I like the wood chip though. Kind of reminds me of something of the 70s or early 80s. Alright, so let's walk across this door right here because it's store has definitely seen some better days. All right. So we're back kind of where we started from. Remember this area? Now, I think this is one of the guest rooms that says, do not enter Neko Arc, whatever that means. I don't know who Neko Arc is, but let's not give him a shout out because he ruined the door. Oh, and look at this. I love these windows on this side too. Okay, now this faces this part right here. Look at that. Again, that's the guest house. We're going to go over there in just a minute, I promise. Be patient. But let's take a look at what we have to offer in here. This is the guest bathroom. Wow, even the vandals, when they came in here, they spray painted the seat color too. I actually kind of like that color, but it looks like crap. Like literally. 444. Oh, that means so here looks like a little cabinet. There's some like they put a hole in the wall. What does this lead to? And into the next room. Oh, we already went in there. Okay, good. Beautiful, beautiful windows on this side too. Get another shot of the roof. So nice, so nice. All right, guys. So remember where we came in at. This is part of the upstairs. This is right where we came in at. And if you go right here, we didn't explore this part yet. This is like the other side of the house almost. Look at that chandelier right there. And actually, you know what? There's another stairwell that leads downstairs. We didn't take this one. I think this one started in the kitchen area, but we took the main stairwell because it looks prettier. But look at that. Oh, wait, that's the attic right there. Oh, they got a little fan. Okay. We're going to check that out too, actually. Bliss. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Where am I going? Oh, no, we got one. Okay, we got two more rooms here. Wow, look at this room. The windows in here. I'm looking out the windows more than I'm exploring the mansion. It's just so special. I love these windows. So inviting. And look, even on this side too. I'm getting carried away. I love this though. And what do we have here? It looks like this was part of storage, or maybe they had like a TV. Yeah, I see a TV hookup right there. And maybe this had a door. Yeah, it did have a door on it. See, this is where the door hinge kind of went like that. I don't know what this was. It had to be storage, or maybe like a TV hookup. That's where you put your clothes and stuff. Maybe just like one big tall chest. All right, now this part right here. What are we? Okay, we gotta hold on. I gotta shrink myself a little bit to fit through. Oh yeah, that's cool. Look at that. These checkered floors in the bathroom. Oh, I love this bathroom. This is nice. Plus, you got a little window too. Oh, that's great. All right, I kind of have to shrink myself in order to get through here. Oh, this is tight. Here we go. Got it. This is the attic. See what's going on up there. I don't think there's anything up there anyway. But you know what? I kind of don't want to go up there. Look at these steps. I don't think that's going to hold my weight. No, I don't think that's going to hold my weight at all. I weigh about 200 pounds, but yeah, if I get on that, I might fall through. I don't think anything's up there anyway. Wait a minute, what is inside this room? Oh, it's another guest room. Oh, it's a closet. It's a pretty nice closet. Yeah, there's that cedar wood again. Kind of smells like it. Kind of smells like cedar. And so this is the final room that's upstairs. And that is the guest house right there, right on the side of this one. Let's go ahead and take a look at it and see what it has to offer. Let's go. Thing I missed in here. So this is the stairwell. One thing I missed coming up, I missed this right here, this little inlay inside the wall. I love these, but you don't see them inside of houses too much unless they're like big houses and mansions. Then you would have them. But in regular houses, you don't see these too much. But I love that. And I love this too. This kind of spindled window right here. Looks like a spindle. It moved kind of quick because it is raining outside. It's just drizzling, but it's not good for the camera. Definitely not good for the camera. So let's keep moving. All right, here we go. This is easy enough. You just walk right in. There you go. I'm surprised they didn't board up this place yet. I didn't even see any no trespassing signs. They just got it wide open. So definitely who lives in the Florida area, You can come check this out, no problem. I don't think nobody would bother you. Alright, so right when you walk into the guest room house, you're greeted by a bathroom. That's weird. It's a cool looking bathroom. And you walk in this room right here, and there's nothing to it. It looks like they were trying to remodel this place at one time. What is this? It's a little back room area or something. Oh, now this is cool. Okay, this is my favorite part of the guest house so far. Oh, wow. Look how open and airy this looks. And plus, my favorite thing, you already know what I'm about to say. Let's look out the windows, because it's just that dang good. But look, we can look at this one too. And I love these vines that are growing through as well. Look at that. I see a garage over there and something else on the side too. We'll take a look at that as well. Bizarre. I don't think the camera does any of it justice. That is so pretty. Dang. And plus with that lake behind it, with the rain. Too good to be true. And these windows, man, they don't quit. The guest house is almost just as pretty as the real house. Shot of the guest house from outside, and it looks like to me that was a 3-car garage, but I don't even know how you get inside the garage. It's totally blocked off. Oh wait, I see some stairs right there. Let's go up these steps. This is gorgeous. I love these steps. Look at all the tree moss all over the place. And this one, dang. Is this door even open? Oh yeah, it is. Good. Let's go in. Oh, what is up here? Whoa, what is this? Oh, this is neat. This, you know what? I think this is like a little apartment. Yeah, this looks like a little apartment upstairs. Wow. Literally, wow. What did they do to this place? Oh my goodness. Look, the vandals, they put paint all over. Look, there's paint everywhere on this chair. Wow. Look at that fireplace. That is neat. That is beautiful, honestly. What is over here in this room? More the same. Yeah, this is definitely like a guest house. Look, they even spray painted the sink. They went to town on this place. Wow, this looks worse than the real house does. Oh wow, yeah, oh, I love the wood floor. I love the wood floors. So pretty. So pretty. And so that's what the house looks like from the other side. Look at that. There it is right there. That's the main house from the guest room house. The final room is this room right here. Nothing really going on right there. Looks like a raccoon's been in here. Alright, so I just found a garage. Maybe another one. Maybe 2 garages here. Nothing in here whatsoever. Very disappointing. But I showed you anyway. But I do see something else over here. What is that? Actually looks like a... I don't know if that was part of the house or like just an ominous building. It looks like it's all gutted from the inside though. Hey guys, I promised you the basement last, and that's exactly what we're going to do back inside the main house. Any attraction here? What is this? Going down into the basement. Smells a little bit like diesel fumes down here. What do we have in here? Nothing much. This is a small basement. I was expecting it to be a little bit larger. But it doesn't have much down here. Only vanilla folders. Nothing too great. Oh, what's this though? Oh, it's a secret passage it looks like. Oh, it goes around. Ooh, look at this. Oh, yeah, nothing. It just goes right back up the stairwell. This place had a mouse problem, a mouse infestation. It's a mice trap right there. I was gonna go outside, but here we are going outside in the rain. My exploring abilities got the best of me. Oh, this is cool. I'm glad I came out here. This is like a little sunroom. Look at that Spanish. I am thoroughly impressed. Look at that. That is beautiful. Yeah, this must have been like a little sunroom or something. Look at the side of the house. How gorgeous is that? All right. What do we got up here? Oh, here we are. Stairwell. And here we have another glimpse of the outside. Look at those spans. I wonder how much time and effort that took to build that. Here's the door that keeps swinging by itself. That's the pool area. Very nasty and dirty. And I tell you, these people, they had it going on. Look at that. Beautiful backyard and everything. Guys, does it get any better than this? Seriously, does it get any better than this? I love the shape of this pool. It's very simple. It's elegant looking. You would have a diving board right there. And look at the house from the outside. This is the backyard. This is so cool. And what I really love about it is it's raining right now. I gotta get inside soon before my camera gets destroyed. But look at this. Beautiful, beautiful lake. Wow. This is insanity. I love it.
Para resolver estas situações. E mais uma vez o nosso município se depara. Mas eu tenho certeza que nós vamos resolver esse problema. A elevação do mesmo nós estamos. A elevação do mesmo nós estamos trabalhando para resolver estas situações. E mais.
After this guy was told multiple times to leave by his ex-girlfriend's family,
James, she doesn't work.
A truck crushes all the Ford cars to see which is the strongest. 2022 Ford Bronco. I think you're fine if you had your seatbelt on. 2019 Ford Explorer. It actually held up very well. 2024 Ford F-150 Raptor. Let's just hope you had good coverage. 2020 Ford Mustang. It literally got flattened like a pancake. Ford F-350 Super Duty. We all know this truck wasn't being used for work anyway. 2021 Ford Expedition. It looks like they're going to be slightly late to their soccer game. A truck crushes all the Ford cars to see which is the strongest. 2022 Ford Bronco. I think you're fine if you had your seatbelt on. 2019 Ford Explorer. It actually held up very well. 2024.
Hey, question for you. How long have you been at the institute?
Well, the Tesla Cybertruck cut off my finger. I don't know if you guys saw the viral video online where someone put a carrot here and sliced the carrot straight in half. Let's see if it would do the same to my finger. Since I don't actually want to cut off my real finger, I have a super realistic human hand that has bones and meat. It should give us a good example of whether or not it actually would. To give me the best chance possible, I'm going to do all 4 fingers at once. All right, let her rip. Let's do it. Oh! Tesla, come on. Well, the
After bypassing his grandfather's fridge lock, the reaction on his face was priceless. After bypassing his...
And this is where... And this is where it went badly. And this is where it went badly for AJ. Stop! Thank you. Come on.